1 hour for cleaning your house. Bit by bit, transform your house. Throw the things away. Don't dust it and keep it back. You don't want, throw it out or give it to somebody. A lot of people in India, in abroad, if you want to throw, you have to pay to recycle. In India, there are many people willing to take away. So at least there's a good karma for you. So if you don't use something, give it away. All the clothes, all the utensils. Just keep one a day for 15 days or 1 month. 30 saris are enough, but I have seen people keeping 200 saris. Each day they wear one. For a whole month, they don't repeat. 30 is enough, but they keep 50, 100, 200. I don't know what is all this. This is all very much attachments, and this will not help you in your spiritual progress. This becomes a stumbling block for you to go into higher dimensions after you when you vacate your body. So attachment is mainly in the mind. You see, attachment is mainly in the mind. You can enjoy all the materialistic wealth, enjoy, but don't have this attachment. Don't have this holding pattern. When you hold the things, what happens? You're also holding a lot of emotions inside. A lot of garbage in the mind is also getting holded. So the more you discard the things, the more you are willing to let go of the unnecessary thoughts and unnecessary emotions, negative emotions. You are willing to, this is very symbolic. Your inner represents the outer. So in this 21 days, clean your shelves, clean your kitchens, clean your bedrooms, clean your living rooms, clean every single aspect and make your house your ashram. Okay. And if there is any broken things in the house, if there is any broken things, immediately throw it out, because the broken things, cracked things, they absorb a lot of negative energy. So whether it is spoons or plates or any things which is broken, which is spoiled, throw it away. Don't keep it thinking that might be useful in the future. No, throw it away. So this is also a symbolic exercise that you are willing to let go. Especially US, they pay a lot of money for storage, right? So they live in one house, but they have something called storage, like go downs storage. So they don't want to throw the things. They say, oh, it will be useful. Oh, it will be useful. Oh, it's a memory. So they pay very high rent for the storage, and they never use it. Once they put in the storage, they never go back. They never use it, but it keeps on accumulating. Okay, so you can see these people are very heavy in their emotions and they are so insecure, fear, because the fear is also an emotion, right? So you don't want to let go of it. Oh, if I let go of it, then I'm losing a part of myself. So they get attached to that physical self. So they become very heavy, burdened, and a lot of psychological, emotional, and even physical illness also gets manifested. If you can see, for the people who are detached, who are very light, it can reflect in their physical health also. For the people who have this holding habit, most of them, they are feel very heavy inside, and physically also they are very much in trouble in terms of physical health. And when I started doing this process many years ago, I wanted to do it as an experiment. So what I did, I said, okay, let me check the law of karma. What you give comes back, right? So I make sure I have enough shirts, like for 2 weeks of shirts and pants. I kept it. So more than the 2 weeks, whatever is there, it is in very good condition. It's one of my favorites also. But I said, okay, I'll keep it only for 2 weeks, whatever is needed for 2 weeks, and the rest I will give it away. So when I'm giving it away also, I just don't give it away just like that. I make sure I wash it nicely, iron it, put it in a nice cover, and then give it to the people. I give it to the driver, or ask them to give it to somebody else who can use it. I did this experiment, but when I was giving it, I was feeling like, oh, really, do I need to do it? But then I said, no, let me do it as an experiment. And you won't believe, the more I started giving away, the more I started getting new things as gifts from other people, where I never got those kind of gifts in my life. There was once I was doing a program in Bali. So there was one of the participants from India. He came and he attended that program. And before leaving Bali, he said, sir, please accept my gift. I need your old shirt. I said, why you need my old shirt? He said, no, I feel guided to stitch 5 new shirts for you because you look good in this kind of kurta. It's not a shirt. You look good in this kind of kurta. So please give your old ones. I want to stitch it and courier to you. So I was like, okay. So I remember before that Bali trip, I gave 5 shirts, 5 old shirts, and I got 5 new kurtas. So the law of this is law of karma. What you give comes back in multiple folds. Okay, so this is also called green money. I was explaining. This was written. The green money was explained in Linda Goodman, where after all your expenses, after all your bills, whatever the money you have, save 50% and 50% you give it away, and it will multiply and come back to you. So this concept I experimented in my clothes. That also worked. So the more I started giving, the more it came multiple folds. And you won't believe it's a constant giving and receiving process has been happening. And when I give with joy. When I receive with joy. So in this process of giving and receiving, what happens? You are in abundance. You feel that the whole universe is taking care of you. So this is very unique. And to feel this abundance, you need to be in alignment with the law of giving, law of receiving. Okay, so this I implemented. Friends, my relatives, they have a certain process of keeping it, stacking up the things and thinking it will be useful in the future. It will be useful in the future. So I come and start cleaning, and I notice there are so many new things they bought and they never used it. Okay, there's so many new things in the cupboards, in the shelves, like kitchen utensils or clothes. So many new things, but they never used it. And when I discover that it's brand new and they never used it for the last 5 years, last 6 years, and they forgot also they have something new like that, right? So because what happens when you keep stacking up, you don't have time to see what you have. So this had a reflection within me that we have so much potential within us and we never have time to explore. We all have so much potential inside us, but we have no time to explore. So like when we start cleaning, sometimes you discover a very old ring, a gold ring or something. You discover something precious, and you feel like, wow, this has been very useful. I forgot about it totally. So then you start using it, like for example, a tea set or a dinner set. You say, oh, let me use it. So then I realized, like, yes, we have in our soul planning stage. Actually, we plan a lot of resources before we take birth. In our soul planning stage, we plan all the resources for whatever the work we need to do. We also plan the resources. The resources are always with us, but we forget to see our resources. We always think, oh, I don't have sufficient resources. How will I survive? The fear of survival comes in, right? The fear of uncertainty, the fear of survival. What will happen to me? But we don't trust the process that it's already been planned by the soul. Right? It's already been planned. We need to just trust and start discovering. This is what the Archangel Gabriel's message. We have already planned your finances. So when they say we, that means it is my higher self has already planned. My higher self is already planned for everything. So you just need to trust the process. So this cleaning is a very, very important process. The more you clean, there is a lot of reflection. There is a lot of spiritual reflection one go through. Yeah. So I just want to share my experience. It was like that many years ago, where my mother is ready to let go, but my father is not. Okay. So there is no judgment because that is the way his upbringing is. Okay. Because we are all the product of whatever the childhood experiences we have gone through. So then I told my mom, okay, let us do one thing. Only if you throw out, father gets angry. So instead of throwing out, you just take the things, okay, and put it away, far away. Like there is an extra spare room on top of the roof where that room was never used. So only when you throw, he gets upset. So you don't throw, just pack it nicely, put it in a nice box, and keep it in that room where nobody goes there. Okay, at least the house where we are living is clean. So that goes automatically into the some space where nobody goes there. And if you ask, then you say, no, I never thrown anything. Everything is there. So like that. Right. Yes. So in that way, he's at least satisfied. Okay, nothing is going out. So he is satisfied. So after 2 years, 3 years, he forgot completely those kind of items exist only. So when he forgot, then I started disposing of. Practical implementation and changes in your day-to-day life, Okay, so spirituality is not about having angelic experience, star beings experience, astral travel, shamanic experience. No, that is not. Spirituality means what is the changes in your life. You are no more the same person. You are an upgraded version. So that gives you so much joy, right? So when you look back, okay, I've been meditating for the last 1 year. What have I got? Right. So if there is any changes in the way you think, in the way you approach the life, then that is the real progress in spirituality. Okay, so for me, spirituality is not for metaphysical experiences. Spirituality is for having more practical experiences in your day-to-day life. That you should feel happier every day. There is something new in your life. The way you see the things, the way you understand the things, that that is the real progress in spirituality. So I have seen people I have seen people, they are very closely attached with materialistic things. They are very closely attached. They relate their life with that materialistic things. And those people during their final lifetime, during their final days before they vacate their body, they are so much attached that they are not even willing to happily go through this death process. They need a lot of psychological counseling. See, people who have materialistic attachment, they will have a great trouble during the death process. They will go through a lot of fear, and they will extend their suffering on their deathbed. They will extend their suffering. And even after death, there is a high possibility they become earthbound souls. They become so attached to this materialistic things that they don't want to go further in their astral journey. They don't want to go to the higher astral worlds. They remain stuck in the lower astral worlds. So it is very important that you see what is the truth, and what is nitya, what is anitya. And you should be like happy go lucky person. We should learn from children. You see, when you take children to the beach side, they build houses with the sand. They make so much effort. They build the houses, castles. With They spend 3 hours, 4 hours. They build the castles, and when the parents say it's time to go home, then they only go jump on that castle, destroy it, and then they come. You see, they built it for 4 hours, and they know that it's time to go. They only go destroy it, and for fun, because they know if they don't destroy it, the wave will come and destroy, or somebody else will come and destroy. They know it's not going to be permanent. So they only destroy it happily and say hooray, and then they'll go. And tomorrow they come again, build a new castle. So that should be the approach of life instead of holding on to the things. This is something very great. This detachment is something very great. First, you practice with the things. Then you can practice with the people, because detachment of the people is a little more tougher. Right? Things are easy. So this is a very important spiritual practice. We should always learn from children. Okay. So children are so playful. They are happy building the castle, and they are happy destroying it also. For them, everything is a play. This is how an enlightened master lives. Only a small baby, a small child, and an enlightened master. These two people are happy all the time. The rest of the people, we have to learn from them. Okay, so we should always learn from small children and also enlightened people. Only these two people are happy all the time. Yes.